I'm in a vegetative state, but somehow I ended up married to the Liu family's daughter, all 'cause I accidentally knocked her up. Everyone expected me to cling to my wife status, but nah, I bounced, all because of a birthday wish my daughter made. Chapter 1. I handed Willow the divorce papers. She barely looked at me, face blank like I was a total stranger. 5 years of marriage and we never shared a bed since day one. Separate rooms, barely ate together. Yet in public? She played the loving wife act perfectly. I'm a legal advisor at Liu Group. She's the heiress, Willow. In some novel, I'd be the classic live-in son-in-law of a rich family. But nah, our marriage wasn't about love, debt, or some parental deal. It was a freaking accident. Because of that, I endured cold glares from her dad and brother. They treated me like some useless mud at home and at work. I tolerated it, until today. Willow's eyes were icy. George, you think I wouldn't divorce you? Talking about personal stuff at work is an $1,800 fine. She didn't think I was serious. She assumed I was just trying to pressure her. Her distant gaze hit me like déjà vu. 3 months into my job, my boss kept targeting me, 'cause I snagged a position he wanted for his candidate. He ripped into my writing style. Frustrated, I went to the corner of the courtyard to smoke. That's when I met Willow. She was stunning in a black fitted dress, hair swaying in the breeze, features elegant, red lips parted, eyes under thick lashes like a spring pool. I smelled a faint floral scent. And she was crying. I sighed and impulsively patted her shoulder. She looked up, startled. Tears glistened in her eyes. Scolded too? I asked. Higher-ups here are all brainless. Why get mad at idiots? She frowned. Are they all like this? Of course. I smoked, cursing the leaders for 10 minutes, venting all my anger. Then I added, if the company keeps running like this, it's doomed. Don't be sad, curse him too. Every employee curses their boss. You'll feel better. Or lean on my shoulder. To my shock, she leaned on me. Her hair brushed my cheek, fragrant. Her breathing went from rapid to calm. My heart felt like it got hit with electricity. It was a beautiful afternoon, until she got up, smiled, and pointed at my badge. George, right? Slacking off and smoking at work? That's an $1,800 fine. Later I learned she'd been crying over Makoto, but I'd already fallen for her. Willow never liked me. It was always Makoto. I didn't argue. Fine. Let her. Willow, I want a divorce. ASAP. She finally looked at the papers. George, if you're gonna trick me, at least make a real divorce agreement. Only compensation. She didn't know the amount matched what her dad once offered me to leave her. But I stayed, 'cause I'm a transmigrator on a mission to wake up from a vegetative state. The system told me, marry Willow, have a kid. I couldn't warm her heart, no future. This money? Belated compensation. 50 million, negotiable for her fam, a fortune for me. Enough for a luxe life. Willow stood, looking me up and down in her expensive chiffon dress. Sneered. You didn't even write about our daughter's custody. What? You don't want your precious kid anymore? I smiled faintly. Nah. Chapter 2. I used to love Anna Wang. My world as an orphan was dark and lonely. I didn't know family until I held Anna. Tiny face, warmth, my heart melted. Every smile, every look filled the missing piece inside me. I gave her all the love I never got. She was my blood. My only. Who else would I protect if not her? Willow didn't care. Anna? Just another problem. When Anna was born, Willow barely glanced at her. She looks like George, then left her for me to raise. I played both mom and dad. People say daughters are like little jackets for their fathers. I never had love, Anna wouldn't miss it either. 5 years, I poured every bit of patience and affection into her. Weirdly, Anna adored Willow. She had a talent for languages. At 3, she said coldly, Mom doesn't spend time with me, 'cause it's your fault, Dad. I shrugged it off as childish talk. At 4, she met Makoto, returned from abroad after a divorce. She told the nanny, no wonder Mom likes Makoto. I like him too. Uncle Makoto is better than Dad, handsome, rich, buys treats. Unlike Dad, who never lets me eat fun stuff. Just 'cause I wouldn't spoil her with candy. She pouted, angry. I overheard from the kitchen. Suppressing my hurt, I said, Anna, Daddy'll make you new candy. Pear and hawthorn, healthy and tasty. But she grabbed it and tossed it in the trash. I don't want your garbage. I want fancy candy Uncle Makoto brought from Italy. I want cavities. I just stared. Yep, she was Willow's kid, cold and unresponsive. Especially on her 5th birthday. Both mother and daughter invited Makoto. Lighting the candles, I heard the long-absent system voice. Host, long time no see. I'm back. Others can't hear me, but you can. Mission complete. Enough points to return. Or stay, you have a family now. I hesitated. Anna made the decision. Her birthday wish clear as day. Can Mom and Dad divorce? I want Uncle Makoto to be my dad. Everyone froze. Willow frowned. You can't say that. Got Dad's permission to switch dads? You'll get a spanking. But his eyes, full of pride. I smiled. System, take me home. I'm done waiting. Chapter 3. The system hit me with bad news. Too many second and third time transmigrators. Cooling off period applies. I blinked. Like a human divorce cooling off period, the system said. Wait, for what? I blurted. 3 years. 3 freaking years? System, you kidding me? Wait until all the veggies in my garden wither. The system paused. Host, your insults are quite sophisticated. As compensation for my absence, your points increase by 1/3. When you wake, your body will be fully healthy. Divorce first. Hence, I was in Willow's office. Willow, let's get a divorce. She looked up, eyes sharp. Mocking. George, forgotten? Who begged me 5 years ago to have Anna, saying he'd die if I didn't. Those were my words. She just heard Makoto married. Heartbroken, drank all night, came to me. George, why am I not good enough for Makoto? If he can marry another, I can find another man. You like me, right? You've waited for me? I nodded. We kissed. That night, despite precautions, she got pregnant with Anna. First instinct, abortion. She didn't want a burden, especially if Makoto came back. Then the system spoke. Abort, mission fails. You know the consequences. I begged Willow, system and heart combined. If the baby dies, so do I. I swear I'll care for both of you for life. Anna was born. Only ever cared about Makoto. Her whole life she chased him. Chapter 4. I looked at Willow's beautiful face, thinking, hope I never see her again. Since both you and Anna like Makoto, after the divorce, form a family. Everyone happy, right? Willow smiled, but disdain peeked through. George, hypocrite. You think I'd beg? You disgust me. The child's mine, you tricked me. From the moment you threatened divorce, you lost all father rights. Sign the papers, promise never to see my daughter again. Once, that would have crushed me. Love makes you weak. Anna is my only. But now? I don't care. I calmly said, fine. Her eyes darkened. She grabbed a pen, signed quickly, threw a copy at me. I picked it up, turned to leave. George, take your lies and get far away, she spat. Fine, I said steady. Then I paused, smirked. We haven't got the certificate, no compensation. I'm not leaving. Please pay up front, thanks. Her face flared red. Reluctantly, she signed a check. Chapter 5. Watching me walk out without looking back, Willow panicked. Secretary Chen walked in with papers. Long-time assistant, close friend. Willow. George asking for a divorce. Willow nodded silently, taking the documents with a heavy heart. The secretary smiled and said, it's just a quarrel. George won't really divorce. George loves you and the kid so much. How could he just up and leave you? Willow frowned slightly. Whether he leaves or not, he has zero right to act like that with me. Everything he's got is thanks to the Liu family. If he really wants a divorce, I'll make Anna change her surname to Liu. Secretary Chen smiled, put down the documents, and bounced out. The office suddenly went super quiet. For some reason, Willow kept thinking about George walking away. It felt weird, off. Not the George she remembered. She couldn't help but flash back to that night. For the first time under him, Willow felt nervous, scared even. Her eyes were red, her voice shaking. George had said stuff she didn't really get. Willow, I'm not just here to conquer you. I genuinely like you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this with you. Willow, I'll stay here, treat you well. Please treat me well too, okay? Though she didn't understand fully, she somehow felt safe. No longer scared. She intertwined her fingers with his and kissed him. Over the years, George had always been gentle and considerate. The only thing that grossed her out was him forcing her to keep the kid, ruining any future with Makoto. He absurdly said, if the child's gone, the mission fails, and I won't exist. She had to hit back. So for 5 years, she never gave him a single good face. After all, he was homeless, stuck with her till death. His words kept echoing in her ears. Willow, I want a cute kid, the 3 of us, living in a cozy home, okay? No, she never wanted a family. Never had one. Her dad only ever used her as a pawn in marriage deals. Unable to marry Makoto, she had married some low-level guy, but she'd never follow her dad's plans. The day George asked for a divorce, she bailed early from the office. Where's George? The nanny whispered. Sir moved out this afternoon. Willow panicked inside but kept it cool. She just sneered, he's pretty convincing. Then she walked straight into her bedroom, ignoring everything else. Chapter 6. After getting the divorce papers, I went home. Packed a few things, ready to bounce. Anna was sitting in the living room, candy in her mouth, tablet in hand. Wrappers were scattered everywhere. She glanced at me flatly. Mom allows me to eat these. Uncle Makoto gave them to me, so mind your own business. I smiled. Chill, I won't care at all. Eat 100 if you want. I squatted, pinched her cheek. Cavities are on you, not me. Anna, I'm leaving. Where to? To make room for your new dad. I'm not coming back. Anna frowned, all her mom's stubborn attitude. Dad, you're talking nonsense. Mom says you're an orphan and without her, you got nowhere. Dad, you're useless. A total failure. No one in this family likes you or needs you. Uncle Makoto wouldn't be pathetic, always working or chilling at home with the kid. So annoying. Dad, you should leave. I won't miss you. Then she went back to her game. If it had been before, I'd be crushed. I used to ask what she was playing, beg her to teach me, join in her tea parties and roleplay. Sacrificed so much time just to be with her. But all I got? Disdain. Every tiny disagreement turned into a tantrum. But whatever. Whoever wants to care can go ahead. Alright, fine. Keep that tough mouth of yours. I dragged my suitcase out. Warm sunlight hit my eyes. A phrase flashed in my head, live towards the sun. Chapter 7. Since I only had to wait 3 years, I quit my job, took the comp, and settled down renting a nice apartment. No point buying, couldn't take it with me anyway. Community was nice, and I could see the sea from my window. But I also saw people walking into the waves. A little boy, alone, slowly approaching. Instinctively, I ran down in slippers, crossed the road and green belt to the beach. Scooped him up. Where are your parents? The boy was about 3, big grape-like eyes, what like he'd been crying. But he didn't speak, just clung to my clothes. Daniel? A woman appeared, long hair flowing in the sea breeze, natural and gentle. Hadn't noticed her sitting on a hammock watching him. Thanks. But don't worry, he wouldn't go further. I was watching. She approached to take him. Daniel, come home with mommy. But the boy clung to me. Chubby lips mumbled, hug. She smiled. First time he's ever asked a stranger for a hug. I rubbed his head, and since I had nothing better to do, I carried him back to the community. Turns out they lived next door. She hesitated. Mr. Wang, Daniel seems to like you. I know you're single and jobless. It's just me and him. I'm a doctor and I bake sometimes. If you're willing. I handed him back fast. Miss, if you like me, just say it. You look like a model, killer legs, fair skin, celebrity vibes. Why were you acting like a stalker? How do you know so much about me? She froze. Mr. Wang, I just wanted to ask if you could watch Daniel for a bit. Fired the nanny for mistreatment. Need someone till I get a new one. Saw you cared for kids. Speechless. But then I asked again, how'd you find out so much about me? I'm your landlord. I felt embarrassed, but hey, I can admit mistakes. Miss Landlord, my bad. Not trying to be creepy. Chapter 8. At first, I planned to refuse. Kids are a headache. Used to take care of Anna as her dad, trying to fill the hole in my heart. But another kid? Too risky. Then she said, you can name your price. I couldn't refuse those pitiful eyes. Unlike Anna, he was quiet. Sat on his little stool, watched me play video games. When I won, he clapped and said, Brother Wang is amazing. Brother Wang is the best. Brother Wang dominates the game. I told Sarah he should call me Brother Wang. It's better being friends, not enemies. Daniel said, Brother Wang's my best friend. Mom, don't worry, I'll take care of him. You go work. Sometimes, while playing, I'd zone out. Anna never did that, always whining, tearing up my drawings. Daniel was chill. Only odd thing? Called out for parents in sleep, woke up with wet eyes. I'd wipe tears, he'd ask, embarrassed, Mom says boys shouldn't cry. Am I silly? Everyone cries when sad. Boys or girls, doesn't matter. I'd hand him a pear hawthorn lollipop. Eyes squinting, crescent moons, fruity kiss. When Sarah came home, Daniel showed off, Mom, Brother Wang's candy's way better. He'd nibble slowly. I'd laugh, eat up. If you like it, I'll make more. But don't forget teeth. Things Anna hated were treasures to him. Before divorce, life revolved around Anna. Every half hour worried about her safety. But Daniel's company kept me grounded. Butler called sometimes, Miss Anna's not used to sleeping without your stories. She'll be fine. Miss Anna has a toothache. Will you come back? Nope, not a dentist. Chapter 9. A few days later, ran into Anna unexpectedly. Sarah was out of town, asked me to handle Daniel's pickup/drop-off. Overlooked that Daniel's kindergarten was same as Anna's. Dropped Daniel off, ran into Anna. Willow cold as ice in the car. Anna tried to call, Dad, but couldn't. Familiar face, yet divorce changed everything. I greeted, Hey, Anna. She ignored me, storming in like an angry pufferfish. Willow piped up, George, didn't you agree not to see Anna anymore? It's only been a few days and you can't resist. I laughed, annoyed. Are you nuts? Does your family own this kindergarten? You can come, I can't. Don't want to see you. Transfer her to another school if you care. Willow scoffed behind me. George, keep pretending. Chapter 10. George had been gone over a month. Willow couldn't get it. Such a regular dude, just a substitute, easily replaced. Why did the house feel so empty without him? Anna cried a lot, clinging to the housekeeper. When will Dad come home? Willow didn't get her feelings for Anna. Maybe because she was abandoned as a kid, didn't know how to mother. Stop crying. You look ugly when you cry. Anna hiccuped through tears. Mom, tell me a bedtime story? No, don't have to sleep if you don't wanna. Anna froze. Eventually, Willow read a story by her bed. Frustration grew. She needed sleep. Snap, book closed. Lights off. Sleep or don't. I don't care. Anna pouted, slid under covers reluctantly. First time Willow felt unsettled since George left. Frustration lingered until she saw him at Anna's kindergarten days later. Annoyance eased. He couldn't abandon his kid, his only family. Picked a time she brought Anna on purpose. Stubborn, prideful. Could have had a good life, but insisted on divorce. So she pulled Anna from school, make George waste his trip. Want the kid? Then come beg her. But 3 days later, Butler Zhang hesitated. Sir still goes to kindergarten every day. Seems he's taking someone else's child. Not specifically here for Miss Anna. Willow was totally caught off guard. Chapter 11. Sarah kept her word. By the 3rd month of my time with Daniel, she'd hired this super gentle aunt to take care of him. Out of habit, I'd help whenever I could, because honestly, having someone cheer you on while playing games? Pure bliss. Sarah often cooked for me, probably out of habit from being a doctor. She'd deb one fish before cooking it, or remove bones from meat before boiling. Weirdly meticulous, but man, it tasted damn good. Still, I always felt a little off eating it. After dinner, Daniel would go straight to playing with magnetic blocks on the small living room table. We'd plop down on the sofa, chatting. There was this weird, inexplicable peace to it. I finally asked, Daniel often calls out for his parents in his sleep. Did you do something to upset him, make him cry in his dreams? Sarah's voice softened. Daniel's parents passed away in an accident last year. He needs time to adjust. I was stunned. Then who are you? A human trafficker or something? Sarah couldn't stop herself from laughing. What are you thinking? I'm his biological aunt. After my brother passed away, I adopted him and raised him as my son. Avoids people giving us weird looks. I patted her hand. You're really kind. Suddenly, Sarah leaned in close, her legs almost brushing mine. I instinctively pulled my hand back, but then I looked up and locked eyes with her bright almond-shaped eyes. My heart kinda skipped a beat. I could even catch a whiff of her faint perfume. She said softly, George, do you think a single mom like me can find a guy who likes her? Of course you can. You're beautiful, gentle, and kind-hearted. Her voice went a little softer, teasing, Do you like me? I froze. The convo shifted way too fast. I stammered out, Why not? She shook her head. Men shouldn't say they can't. I sighed. In 3 years, I gotta go back home. Sarah's smile faltered. A little forlorn. George, can't you forget your ex-wife? I laughed. How could I? She's getting married. Sarah's eyes lit up, eyelashes fluttering, excitement spilling all over. Really? Should I send her a big gift for her wedding? I blinked. Sarah, why are you so hyped about my ex-wife getting married? You're acting like it's your ex-husband tying the knot. Chapter 12. Nearly half a year had flown by. George showed no signs of softening, like he'd vanished from her world completely. At first, Willow didn't care much. She didn't think about George often, though Anna would sometimes stare blankly at the wooden dolls George made. But the nannies took care of her well, so Willow thought she really didn't like George at all. Makoto's hint made her weirdly anxious. Willow, if you were to pick a ring, would you want a pink diamond? Rumors swirled that Willow was gonna marry Makoto. She couldn't help wondering, would George hear it? Misunderstand? And never come back? Makoto, he was someone she'd liked for a long time. Childhood memories were stubborn. She just arrived at the orphanage, weak and tiny, like a little kitten ready to get bullied. She got picked on a lot. One day, she got beaten badly. Makoto called the headmaster, and the group of kids scattered. He handed her a piece of fruit candy with a smile. Here, it's really sweet. And yeah, it was the sweetest candy she'd ever had. That moment cemented her feelings for him, or so she thought. But some part of her heart still hesitated. She found herself wandering to George's place unexpectedly. She saw George with a pretty woman and a lively little boy walking into the community, smiling. She recognized the woman, and still, she clung to a sliver of hope. When George came out alone, she couldn't help teasing. Husband, why haven't you come home? Keeping some woman on the side or what? She grabbed his arm playfully. George froze, instinctively pushed her hand away, frowned, and said nothing. Shouldn't he be happy she came? Why wasn't he taking the chance she offered? Seeing his silence, Willow felt wronged. George, if I were really done with you, I wouldn't have come back. If you still want Anna, come back yourself. Otherwise, if I accept Makoto's proposal, you won't get another chance. George's expression stayed calm, like when he asked for a divorce 6 months ago. Congratulations, Miss Liu. Thanks, Miss Liu, for going out of your way to personally invite me to the wedding. Willow felt this weird stabbing pain in her heart. Anger flared instantly, her face red. Without thinking, she snapped, George, do you think you've struck gold? Chapter 13. I was taken aback. What do you mean? Willow sneered. The young lady of the South City Yu family, Sarah Yu. That rang a bell. The Yu family had caused plenty of trouble for the Lu family, leveraging politics. Half the disputes our legal team handled? Totally Yu's doing. She continued, Sarah may look like a small-time doctor, but she's Yu family through and through. You think she'd marry a divorced guy like you? I frowned. So what if I'm divorced? Aren't you divorced too? Isn't your brother Makoto divorced? Does that stop you from chasing him? Well, look at yourself. Married and thinking of other men, divorced and chasing your ex-husband. Still imagining you're some pure maiden saving yourself for your first love? Princess vibes thinking everyone should adore you? Even after divorce, do you think I should stay devoted to you? Tell me, do you think you've struck gold? Makoto's your light? Go check again, you might not even know what sickness you've caught. You and Makoto? Perfect match. Willow went beet red, eyes glistening, biting her lip. I felt oddly satisfied. Ignoring her shock, I turned and left. Unexpectedly, I ran into Sarah, eavesdropping for who knows how long. I cleared my throat. I'm usually nice, not like this. You believe me, right? Sarah nodded. I believe you. As we walked, we exchanged this knowing smile. I asked, why were you smiling? George, you were awesome with that scolding. Totally made sense. Yet, being praised by a beautiful woman, especially one who liked me, felt damn good. I quickened my pace, Sarah leisurely following. George, the main thing is, my marriage is my choice, totally separate from the Yu family. Did you hear that? Chapter 14. A week before Willow's wedding, Anna came to see me, escorted by the housekeeper. She was nearly 8 now, lost her baby fat, growing taller, starting to look more and more like Willow. Hi, Anna. Her eyes were slightly red. Dad. I took her upstairs. Did your mom okay this? I knew without Willow's permission, the housekeeper wouldn't dare bring Anna. Anna nodded. Dad, do you really not want me anymore? I smiled. Dad never didn't want you, it was you who didn't want Dad. Then why don't you come home? I sighed. I divorced your mom. Divorce means not living together. Anna lowered her gaze, looking down. Can't you come back for me? How can you say you don't want me? I explained calmly, even though she was young, she understood. I used to think I was doing good for others, including you and Willow. But that's just moral coercion. I thought I knew what was best, but being good means understanding what people actually want. If I like peaches but give you apples, is that good? You gotta get what they really want. I gotta live for myself before I can care for others. Otherwise, it's just self-sacrifice. I won't come back for you. If you need child support, your mom can contact my lawyer. Anna seemed to get it, a bit, lowering her head, frustrated but quiet. A knock came. A tiny shadow shot into my arms. Wang, I want pear candy. Daniel blinked at Anna. Is this your daughter? I nodded, smiling. Daniel grabbed a handful of pear candy and handed it to Anna. Sisitas. Wang made it himself. Healthy, tasty, better than the fancy candies outside. Anna took it and suddenly burst into tears. Dad, I'm sorry. She'd remembered me tossing her handmade candy. Love is hard to retrieve once thrown away, apparently. Chapter 15. Willow married Makoto. The wedding? Unreal. Massive, trending, crazy luxurious. Makoto was all smiles, Willow's was forced. Anna, the flower girl in her tiny dress, mirrored her mom's expression. But at least one wish from her 5-year-old self came true. She had to face her own wishes, after all. We all ended up at the villa. Sarah and Daniel were the happiest. Daniel spun in circles, shouting, George, look at the starry sky. Let's set off fireworks. I love fireworks. Watching Daniel slowly come out of his parents' shadow made me happy. Under the night sky, we ate hot pot and watermelon. Fireflies danced, frogs croaked. Exactly the life I wanted. Daniel handed me a slice of watermelon. Brother Wang, your ex-wife got married. Sud. I nearly choked. Who told you to ask that? Mom didn't, I just asked myself. Sarah trembled a little. Brother Wang, don't be sad. You still got us. Even if that pretty sister calls someone else dad, you still got me. Can I be your son? From now on, I'll call you Brother Wang and you can call me son. Deal? I scratched my head. Not bad. I pinched his chubby cheeks. What else you gotta say? Spill it all. Daniel cleared his throat like a tiny adult. If you think having me as your son ain't enough, I'll give you my mom as your wife. My hand shook a little. This kid's something else. Daniel, seeing the scene wasn't awkward enough, loudly asked Sarah, busy pretending to water flowers but soaking the ground. Right, Mom? You can do this job? Be Brother Wang's wife. Sarah murmured a quiet, ears slightly red, eyes darting to the sky, the trees, Daniel, but she didn't dare look at me. Daniel leapt up, running around, shouting. Mom, you're my sister-in-law now. I have a dad again. Chapter 16. Happy times always come fast. 3 years flew by. Honestly, post-divorce life was kind of fun. Only regret, why didn't I divorce Willow sooner? Host on the 3rd of next month at 1600 hours, procedure will start. Stay or leave? The system sounded legit surprised at my answer. You sure you want to bounce? Chapter 17. Willow couldn't tell if she married Makoto, 'cause she actually liked him or just to piss off George. Married life? Plain as hell. Nothing changed, but somehow everything did. She randomly started hitting bars, getting smashed, staying out all night. A few shots of strong liquor made her feel alive, numbing the constant shadow of George at home. That's weird. How can I still see George even when I'm wasted? Her voice was cold, zero George's usual warmth. I'm Makoto. Duh, I'm not George. Willow, if you've got George in your heart, why'd you marry me? The alcohol made her head pound, thoughts scrambled. Does she have George in her heart? Nah, right? She'd always been meh about George, thought he was disposable. Kinda remembered feeling a tiny sting when Makoto married abroad, but no regrets about not chasing him. But divorcing George, damn, it was like cutting flesh with a dull knife. No pain until now it kept tearing. She wanted a warm little home, once she thought she didn't need that. Makoto, you want a divorce? All the constant fights had drained her. Not loving someone? Exhausting. Makoto grit his teeth, eyes bloodshot. Willow, you forced me to marry you. I'll never let you go even if I die. We'll just torture each other forever. No one's gonna have fun. He stormed out, slamming the door. Willow saw Anna across the study, closing her own door blankly. Is this even a home anymore? Like 3 strangers coexisting. She freaked, pushed her wine glass off the table. Smash. Broken was broken. George, I thought you'd stay. Chapter 18. Night before leaving, couldn't sleep. Felt just like my first big trip as a kid. Told Anna and Daniel I was leaving. Anna's face? Indifferent. Only when I mentioned leaving did her eyes redden. Dad, I can't hold you back. Live for yourself first. I respect that. Thanks, Anna. We're father and daughter after all. No deep hate, but not super close either. Blood ties ain't severed. This distance feels right. Daniel's eyes were red from crying but tried to play it cool. Wang, I'm okay. If you want to go home, go. But think of me up there, boo-hoo. I wiped his tears. Dude, I'm just going home. Don't cry like that. He pouted. Mom's secretly crying too. I hadn't seen her in over a week. Hospital's been nuts. Decided I'd see her one last time. Chapter 19. Hospital? Total chaos. Blood everywhere, staff rushing a patient to the OR. White coat, middle-aged, my pupils shrank. Middle-aged patient attacked a doc and jumped to his death. Dr. Lin, a kind, skilled guy, had been stabbed. Heart racing. Heard some families yelling, Sarah's so cold, she saved the murderer, not Dr. Lin. They didn't get it. Sarah isn't like that. Doors open. Good news X2, Dr. Lin's fine. No life-threatening injuries. And the murderer? Saved too, thanks to Sarah. I finally exhaled. Turned to the families. You think life's a free market? You can't just pick who lives or dies. Hospital and doctors gotta follow rules. Stop yelling if you don't understand responsibility. Sarah, eavesdropping, smiled exhausted but bright. George, thanks for backing me up. Otherwise, I'd be blamed. Later, she whispered, "You're not leaving tomorrow, right?" I smiled. "Sorry, still leaving." Chapter 20. Makoto's birthday. Full-on villa party, models everywhere. Med didn't care. Yesterday Anna told the housekeeper she was going to see George. Willow let her. Anna's talking more to staff than Willow now. Today, Anna knocks, eyes red, just cried. Willow frowned. "Haven't I told you crying makes you ugly?" Anna quiet. "Dad's leaving today, back home, never coming back." Willow's heart skipped. George was serious, system taking him. She grabbed car keys, bolted downstairs. Makoto was outside, slammed the door, slapped her hard, grabbed her face. "Willow, ever thought of my feelings? Humiliating me, thinking of your ex while with me. Shameless. Disgusting. You even pretend to care as a wife or mom." Willow stayed silent. Pain burned on her face, tears threatening. Makoto blocked the door. She screamed, made a scene, ruined her makeup, tried to push him, no luck. Finally, she steps back, sneers. "Makoto, ever thought of my feelings? My friends, why them?" Next, window open, she jumped. Pain ignored, crawled to the car, floored it. Hope George could stay. Total loss of control. Arabic. Blood. Blick trapped. First time Willow cried since divorce. Like a kid. No more chances. Chapter 21. Today was supposed to be my departure. Didn't leave. Nobody knows. Found Sarah and Daniel. Sunset, Sarah like a jade statue, lonely. Daniel digging sand with little shovel. "Crab, don't pinch me," he muttered. I squatted, moved crabs. "Dig away, little bro." Daniel shouted, "Mom. Wang's here." Sarah faint smile, red eyes. "Daniel, it's real. George is back." Daniel ecstatic. "Wang, you're not leaving, right?" Sarah tucked hair. "Didn't you say you'd leave?" I pointed at cake. "Birthday, gotta grab a cake first." Her smile bloomed. Daniel ran circles. Waves splashed. Eyes sparkled. "You're not staying for us, right?" she teased. I grinned. "Sarah, you flirty coquette. Nah, not for you. Can't go back yet." Chapter 22. Yesterday hospital, system grumbling, "You're fickle. Last month leaving, now staying. Can I help save Dr. Lin?" "Sure, but points reset to 0. No more points. No home." "I got this. I'll earn more or borrow yours." System fuming. "Audacious. My points? Stingy system me?" "Nope, kind system. No real 3-year cooldown. Just wanted me happy. Helped me find Sarah and her kid. House too. Perfect." Chapter 23. I used all my points to save Dr. Lin. Can't leave now. Sarah froze, threw herself into my arms. Tears streaming. "George, you're amazing." Daniel laughed. "Mom, you cry more than me." I pushed her gently. "Trying to make an ocean with those tears?" We laughed, sunset dipped, 3 of us walking home, bathed in twilight glow. Our home.